Okay, real talk here today. You don't need to burn your pantry down. I want to get that out of the way first because every time I talk about ultra processed foods, somebody hears throw it all out and eat like a rabbit. And that's not this video. This is about swaps, small swaps done consistently so you're not dragging ass by 3 p.m. And honestly, this one's as much about your wallet as it is about your gut. I'm Debbie, a holistic nutritionist for more than 15 years. And what that means is that I look at the whole person, body, mind, and spirit, which means that when you eat ultra processed food, your body doesn't actually know what to do with it. It is a science experiment, and we willingly put this shit into our bodies on a regular basis. Think potato chips, chocolate bars, fast food, and much more. Here's the thing about ultra processed food. It's not really about whether it touched a machine or it came in a box. What actually makes it ultra processed is the engineering. These products are built in labs to override your fullness signals. Hit a specific ratio of sugar, salt, and fat your brain has zero defense against because evolution never prepared us for Doritos. You're not weak-willed. You're up against people with PhDs whose whole job is making you eat more than you meant to. And can we talk about money for a second? Because I think this is the part nobody's saying out loud. We keep acting like ultra processed food is the cheap and easy option and real cooking is the expensive indulgence. That math, it stopped working a long time ago. In this economy, by the time you add up income tax, sales tax, property tax, gas tax, we're handing over something like 70 cents of every dollar in this country, one way or another. Nobody has extra cash lying around for convenience, and convenience isn't even holding up its end of the bargain anymore. A box of Kraft dinner used to be the broke-ass student special. Now, check the price the next time you're in the aisle. It is not cheap anymore. Same with instant noodles. That stuff was supposed to be bottom of the barrel, 5 for $1 backup plan, and it barely qualifies as a deal anymore. Meanwhile, a bag of dried lentils, bag of rice, some frozen veggies, that's still relatively cheap. And that's still stretching your dollar. Cooking at home was never really about being a domestic goddess or having a beautifully lit kitchen for the gram. It was just how people ate because it was the only thing that made financial sense. We got talked out of that by companies selling us convenience at a markup, and now that convenience isn't even convenient. It's just expensive food that happened to come in a box. Ordering Uber Eats because you're too tired to cook is a luxury most of us can't actually justify anymore, no matter how good the app makes it feel. So this isn't a purity thing. It's not about clean eating or discipline. It's about looking at your bank account and your body at the same time and realizing that the same fix works for both. Cook the actual food. And look, I'm not going to stand here and lecture you for 8 paragraphs on every single swap. You know your kitchen. You know what you'll actually make. So let's just run through them fast. The stuff that makes the biggest difference for the least effort. So here are some everyday swaps that you can think about putting into your regular day. Sugary cereal, oatmeal with cinnamon and fruit, flavored yogurt, plain yogurt with your own berries, frozen probably, pop, sparkling water with a splash of juice, chips, air-popped popcorn or roasted chickpeas, deli meat. This I'm going to get into in a second. Roast your own on the weekend, your own meat that is, and slice it for the week. Jarred pasta sauce. Can of crushed tomatoes, garlic, herbs, 15 minutes, done. Frozen pizza, homemade dough made ahead of time and frozen. Store-bought veggie burgers, homemade bean or lentil patties. Kraft dinner, make real mac and cheese, real cheese, and it's probably 10 extra minutes. Ice cream, frozen banana nice cream, or there's so many other things you can make, like mango sorbet, yum. Shelf-stable plant milk. Make your own oat or soy or almond or whatever nut milk. Pretty easy. Vegetable oil. Swap those for olive oil, coconut oil, or avocado oil. So I want to say this clearly because a lot of healthy swap content out there is really just pointing you toward a different processed food. It's not actually about ditching processed foods. It's about ditching their brand of processed food for a different brand of processed food. One that happens to have a nutritionist's face on it or a celebrity's face on it, a collagen powdered version of a donut, and a branded electrolyte drink instead of a branded soda, a meal replacement shake because apparently we've decided real meals are way too much work now. Somebody still is making money off of you every single time. They've just gotten better at dressing it up as wellness. That's not what's happening here though. Nuh-uh. Every swap on this list is something that you make yourself in your own damn kitchen with ingredients you can actually pronounce and afford. Nobody's getting a commission when you buy a bag of lentils. There's no affiliate for oats. I'm not building a funnel to sell you the premium version of anything on this list. This is just food. The boring, unglamorous food that people have eaten for thousands of years before someone figured out there was more profit in convincing us that we didn't have time to make it ourselves. These are also swaps that I have personally made in my own kitchen. I traded out the instant oatmeal for the longer cooking oats or steel cut oats if I fancy those. Usually that's more of a winter thing. I make my own jam when I have the time. It's so easy. Literally, I take frozen berries and I add chia seeds and lemon juice to it, and then I let it cool down and I put it in a jar and it lasts for a couple of weeks. Have you seen the price of jam nowadays? My husband loves peanut butter and jam on toast. So we go through a shit ton of jam in my house. And I just couldn't justify the $5 for a jar of jam anymore when I can buy an entire, 1.5 kilo, I think, bag of mixed berries, heat them myself, and it's really no time because if I'm going to cook my oatmeal or my lentils, I can cook the damn berries at the same time. Squeeze some lemon juice into it, throw some chia seeds, voila, done. Spaghetti sauce, that one got swapped, oh my God, so many years ago now. I typically will use a tin of crushed tomatoes or a can of crushed tomatoes, and then I will saute onions and garlic, and I will add in my herbs and spices like my oregano and my basil, my salt, my pepper, and it makes a beautiful sauce. And then to that, I will add whatever veggies, or if I'm using lentils for my protein or my tofu for my protein. So these are actual swaps that I have made over time. And let me tell you, my grocery bill and my wallet have thanked me for it over time. Yes, does it cost me what feels like an exorbitant shit ton amount of money when I go to Costco and stock up on like the big bags of stuff? Absolutely. But I know that spending that money ahead of time is going to save me so much money down the road. Same with buying my bag of lentils because it's so much cheaper than buying, like a lentil curry pre-made at the grocery store. So these are just a few of the things that I'm recommending and that I have actually done myself. My health is way better for it, and my wallet is much better for it, especially in this economy. Grocery shopping in Canada, which I went and I did today, holy shit. Came out with 2 bags of groceries and it was almost $200, and I'm still going to have to go get more stuff because I couldn't get everything that I needed today at the grocery store that I went to. So I have to go out and spend more money. So in this economy, making these sustainable swaps that you know you're going to keep is well worth it. So pick 2. Try it for a week. Don't try to do all 12 of these in 1 week. Please don't do that because you won't continue with any of it. Pick the 2 that you'll actually take the time to make. Like I said, the easiest one is the spaghetti sauce, crushed tomatoes, onion, garlic, herb, spices, done. Next is the meat, the deli meat. You know what's in it that way, as opposed to all these nitrites and sodium. Like, have you looked at a package of deli meat? oh my God, there's like so much shit in it that really our body can't even process. Whereas if you bought a roasted chicken, a roast of beef, yes, I know you're going to pay an arm and a leg at the time, but your body will thank you and pay you back over time for not putting that processed shit into it. It takes an hour, whatever, to roast the meat, and then you slice it or you shred it. You can use the cake beaters to shred your chicken really easily, according to a friend of mine. So this way you'll know what's actually in your sandwich or your meal when you're eating it. You also have add-ins for lunches and dinners all week. Easy peasy. And do those 2, maybe 3 things until it is actually just what you do without even thinking about it. And then pick 2 more and add those on. That's how this actually sticks and how you actually save some money while you're at it. Instead of going all in for 5 days and then eating a whole sleeve of Oreos out of spite because you got pissed off because you couldn't sustain anything. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more No BS nutrition advice, and I'll see you in the next one.